Close. Direct touch. Button. Cards collected. Close. Button. Double tap to select.
Hello, YouTube. Today I am going to go over the Conjury sleeping deck.
Cards collected. Parry. Mana cost 1. Jab. Mana parry. Mana insomnia. Mana cost 0. Action. If you are sleeping, gain 3 mana. Disabled.
Insomnia is
Button.
useful if
Double
I
tap to
have
select.
any cards that cost mana that I want to play in my turn. During the sleeping turn.
Snore. Mana cost 3. Action. Deals 6 damage. Costs 3 less if you are sleeping. Disabled.
Snore does
Button.
6 damage,
Double tap to select.
and it costs 0 when I'm sleeping because you have no mana when you're sleeping.
Jab. Mana cost 1. Action. Bludgeon. Mana cost 2. Action. Deal 10 damage. Become sleepy. Disabled.
I usually
Button.
use
Double
Bludgeon
tap to select.
on summons or weaker monsters, or try to one-shot an enemy, but I'm at the point where any enemy can tank 10 damage, so it's not completely as overpowered as it was in the beginning. But it basically does 10 damage, and it makes it so I fall asleep in my next turn. I try to play this, or any of my sleeping cards that make me fall asleep, whenever I'm going up against a... Actually, I try to set myself up to launch attacks with my Psy, always, because the Psy gets pretty powerful when you're asleep. 9 damage is a game changer.
Parry. Mana cost 1. Action. Block 2 damage. Disabled. Nightmare. Mana cost 2. Action. Deal 4 damage. Plus 4 if target is asleep. Disabled.
So this basically
Button.
not like
Double tap to select.
does a lot of damage to an enemy that's asleep. I set up like both halves of the sleeping build. I went with turning my enemies asleep and making me fall asleep. And this is one of the cards I try to play after making my opponents fall asleep. It was a lot more deadly in the early game now, like I said earlier with Bludgeon. My my cards can be tanked by a lot of enemies in the last level of the game.
Jab. Mana cost. Jab. Disabled. Rest. Mana cost 2. Action. Heal 20 damage. Remove all status effects and become sleepy. Disabled. Button. Double. Rest. Mana cost 2. Action. Heal 20 damage. Remove all status effects and become sleepy. Disabled.
Rest
Double tap to select.
basically removes all status effects, so if I was poisoned or burned, this removes that. Heals me for 20 damage, and my next turn I'll be asleep.
Slumber. Mana cost 2. Action. Block 3 damage and make enemy sleepy. Disabled.
This
Button.
card
Double tap to
helps
select.
me put enemies to sleep. It's one of I think I have 2 cards that do that effect.
Parry. Mana cost 1. Action. Block 2 damage. Doze. Mana cost 1. Action. Make an enemy sleepy and draw a card. Disabled.
Yeah, doze. Doze makes
Double tap to select.
makes the enemy fall asleep and I draw a card. I forgot about the draw a card option.
Dream. Mana cost 1. Action. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and pick one to draw. Costs 1 less if you are asleep. Disabled.
Dream lets
Button.
me choose
Double tap
one
to
of the
select.
top 3 cards in my deck. It costs nothing when I'm asleep.
Scythe. Mana cost 2. Weapon. Attack. 4. Durability. 4. Deal plus 5 attack if you are sleeping. Disabled.
So I upgraded my
Double tap to
Psy
select.
pretty good. And I also think it just got leveled up from the item I have in my inventory. Because before it was 4 damage, now it's 5. So I think now it might be able to one-shot enemies almost. I really hope the item in my inventory that I got to upgrade weapons triggers a lot more.
Hinder. Mana cost 2. Action. Block 4 damage. Costs 2 less if you are sleeping. Disabled.
Hinder is good when there's
Button.
an enemy that
Double tap to
deals
select.
damage and does like a status effect, or if an enemy just does a lot of damage. Especially when I'm sleeping, this is useful.
Overdrive. Mana cost 0. Action. Gain plus 3 mana and become sleepy. Disabled.
Overdrive
Double tap to
is
select.
the third and I think final card I got to make my player go to sleep. It gives me 3 extra mana. I think this is a card
Overdrive. Mana cost 0. Action.
I
Gain
think
plus 3 mana and
I'll
become sleepy.
Oh
Disabled.
yeah, it costs nothing, so it's
Button.
basically a
Double tap to
free
select.
sleep setup boost.
Overdrive. Mana cost 0. Action.
And
Gain plus 3.
that's all my
Jab. Jab.
cards.
Close. View deck.
I'm
Button.
going to turn off voiceover.
Voiceover off. Status effect. Give up. View deck. View inventory. Close.
In my
Button.
inventory, I have
Double
the
tap to
following
select.
items.
Inventory. Ancient stone. Button. Ancient stone. Randomly upgrade 2 weapons in your deck. An ancient and close. Ancient stone.
It
Button.
upgrades.
Double tap to
It
select.
randomly upgrades one of my equipment cards. I try to only get one equipment card.
Gruff shell.
Gruff shell improves the durability of my weapon, I believe.
Whilst in your inventory, the first weapon you equip each battle has +1 durability AC shell known for its on close. Button. Whilst in your close. Button. Double tap to select. Close. Gruff shell.
I had a piece
Button. Double tap to select.
of something stuck in my teeth.
Living bolt.
Living bolt. This.
Whilst in your inventory, every time you damage an enemy, there is a small chance to paralyze it. More than just an enchanted element, it has a connection to the ancients and grants unpredictable power. Close. Living bolt.
So yeah, I can shock
Double
enemies
tap to
with
select.
the living bolt. This makes it so they can't really attack me. They have a chance of not being able to land an attack.
Lucky Clover. Royal Charm. Lucky
Clover.
Whilst in your inventory, enemies drop an extra 2 coins when defeated. Close.
So
Lucky
now
Clover.
each enemy drops 4 coins.
Royal Charm.
And this is the final item I have so far.
Whilst in your inventory, start each battle with a banana in your hand. Close. Royal Charm.
So it gives me a banana
Double tap to select.
At the beginning of each battle. So that's useful, especially when I want to try and get every card I want set up. Like for instance, I try to get Insomnia before I go to sleep, or I try to get Dream before I go to sleep, so that way I can be able to use those cards when I'm asleep, because there have been times where I haven't been able to have access to either of those cards, and they're useful because I can use up cards that I didn't spend on my last turn that would be useful.
Royal Charm.
And I will also
double tap
be able to like pull out a extra card to use if it's a sleep based card.
Close. View inventory. Button. Double tap to select. Voiceover on. Conjury. Direct touch area. Control center. Key. Silver. Home. Folder. 2 apps. Control center. Selected. Screen recording.
And that's all. I just wanted to go over that deck. I kind of consider it the strongest deck besides the Boomerang. I will always rank the Boomerang supreme, especially if you get it to cost no mana. It is a game changer. Better than the Hammer. I tried to do a Hammer build and I died.
Recognize music. Selected. Screen recording. Button.
Anyway, see you all in the next video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.